Hello everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. I've been away for a couple of months. I haven't made any videos, but I've had a short stay in hospital and now I'm back and I'm creating again. And exciting times is with Stamping Up. They have their celebration promotion. They have that once a year. So today I've got one of the free stamp sets that you can get from Stamping Up during celebrations. Just contact your local Stamping Up demonstrator for details. Depending on what country you live in, you have to have an order of a certain value, and then you can choose a free stamp set, and there's quite a few. I think there's 6 or 7 free stamp sets, and I've got this one. It's called Heartfelt Blooms and I just love it. I've made 4 cards with this one and I'm going to do a video on each card for you, but today I'm just going to show you a little bit about the stamp, and I just want to show you the 4 cards that I have made, and then next week we'll start off by having the videos for you. So it's called Heartfelt Blooms. This is just the free stamp set I chose first. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. It's got 3 lovely sentiments and it's got this lovely bouquet of flowers. Now it's a really different sort of stamp set that Stamping Up have had before. If you look at it, it looks really flat and there's no indentations in the stamp to show you straight away what the stamp is. But when you start stamping with it, it's just unreal. So if I just do that, you can just barely see the pattern. But when you start Stamping Up, which you will start stamping with it, I should say, you'll be able to see what lovely designs you can make with it. Okay, so that one is called Heartfelt Blooms. Now the first card I've got to show you is just a simple panel card. So you can see I've stamped it right. I've had a piece of Sahara sand and I've stamped the floral image, and then I've cut it at 1-inch intervals and then applied it to a mat of early espresso. So that's my first card. That's my panel card. Then I've used it with another one of the celebration stamp sets, which I'll introduce you to once I do the video on this card. Now on this card I've used the Heartfelt Blooms. You can see here and down underneath this panel here. I've used it like as a background stamp, or what you can do is get a really big piece of cardstock, like even an A4 size, and just stamp it all over, and you can create your own DSP. It's I've done it for years, like when I want to color coordinate and I haven't got the DSP that I need, and I just create my own DSP. But then I thought this really looks good even as a background stamp. So we'll be doing a video on this one as well. And then one of my favorite techniques is the triple time technique. Now this one is done with Elegant Eggplant ink pad, and I just think it really gives it the wow factor. So we'll be doing a tutorial on that, even though I have done the triple time technique with you before. I thought it would be good to do it again using the Heartfelt Blooms. So that's the triple time technique. That's my third card. And my last card was this one, where I've coloured the image, because when you stamp it, here is one stamped just in Memento Black. Okay, so you can see the difference. That's just stamped in Memento Black. And then what I've done is I've coloured it with the new Stampin' Up! Blends alcohol markers. But you could watercolour it as well. If you don't have the blends, you could watercolour it. And if you have any of the old Blendabilities that Stampin' Up! Used to have, which I do have some of those colours still, they work perfectly as well. So like my big flower here is the blends, which was Bermuda Bay, and then I had what colour's that, Cabana in here. Because when you start colouring it, the best way is to look at as you're colouring, to look at the photo on the front of the Stampin' Up! CD case. And then as I did that, because I'd seen other people colour it, but it was more, they were watercolouring it, which you can do as well, but they were watercolouring it, but they weren't emphasising that there's other flowers here, because this to me looks like a daisy, and there's another one up here, there's another little one here, there's another one over here, and another one down here. So what I thought was leaves were actual flowers once I took a closer look. But getting back at the card, so what I've done before I've done this, I've put 3 panels on the card, just using different sizes of DSP and cardstock, and done my sentiment up here. And then, yeah, as I said, fussy cutted this out, and actually I've got a scan and cut too, and that it just cut this out perfectly. With the scan and cut too, you can set it so it cuts directly on the lines of your stamped image if you like that look, but I just like it to have that little border going around. I think it looks a lot nicer with the little border. But then I will be doing a video and showing you how I did this card and how I coloured with the blends. But as I say, you can also watercolour them as well, which would most probably be a lot faster. But when I do show you how I coloured with the blends, I think I'll have most of the big flower done first, so that the video doesn't go on too long. So far, using the Heartfelt blooms, these are the 4 cards that I've come up with to do the videos for you so far. So just please subscribe to my channel, and every time I publish a tutorial, you will get an email to let you know, so you'll never miss out on one of my videos. So please subscribe, and until next time, happy crafting.